Instagram, found Kim's Instagram, and then put like a song to it with some fire, and then added my Instagram and a picture of me and Kim on it, and like zoomed in on Kim, and then it went to my mom and it put eyes on my mom, and it, you know, like, and it went, and there was pictures of the kids in there, and then it went to Lisa and it put like a target on her head and like spun.
Oh goodness.
And then what got to me the most was the ending. He made a message for Kim, and the message was, I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said, we're watching you, or we're coming after you. And then the last line was, how is child's name? And then it said, we're coming after you, bitch. Game over.
Oh my goodness.
So it was a direct threat towards a child, because Kim obviously upset that person. And I said no. You can bring me into this. I don't care. You know, it was just very wrong for them to do. And they reached out to me. They apologized. They said that they shouldn't have done that. And they explained why they did that. And I understand why they did that. But they did it the wrong way.
Absolutely.
And then they said that they would make an apology video. And I said, you don't have to do that. But because after I showed that video, they got a lot of messages, and they said, I can understand why you dislike me. I'm sorry that I made that video. I didn't mean to include innocent people in it. And,
right.
I mean, they put a child's they put a child's life in danger.
Absolutely.
Because we don't know. They did apologize. Yeah, they did apologize after I went live.
They shouldn't have did it. I mean, this app should never bring a child to it. No child asks to be born, to be brought into this world. So don't involve the children. I understand that L and K are adults, and they have made a horrible decision and have brought a lot of attention. But they shouldn't have handled it that way. But Elle and Kim need to completely stop. They need to get off this app and get it together. If they could just turn it around, they would have wonderful, amazing comeback stories. They would blow people's minds. I've heard you say that your sister is a beautiful, beautiful person when she's not an addiction. And the majority of addicts are very wonderful people, and they are caring and have big hearts and are lovable and stuff. But when you go to the dark side, it's a bad situation. When you're on the dark side and you're so far deep in, like L and K is, it's kind of hard to come back. But like I said, it's kind of hard to come back. Doesn't mean they won't come back. As long as we just keep praying and praying and praying, and not like I see some people. Yes, I know that Elle has said numerous times she is a great manipulator. Okay, that is true. She has learned that. In addiction, you will learn that. But for people, if they would just let it go and stop bringing so much attention, it would die down. The money trails would die off, and then they would be stuck nowhere. They would hit the rock bottom.
Right.
But nobody's letting them do it.
But that's the thing, is people are cruel. You have to keep that in mind. Like, When I
Yes.
showed that video pissed me off. I was upset. I
Right.
mean, they added my child into that video. They added my nephew into that video.
Oh my
The way
goodness.
the way they worded their words, the way they ended the video was the worst thing that you could do.
Yeah.
Because it made me feel like they will go as far as finding my nephew
Right.
and doing something. And after
Right.
hearing about the people that that she associates, not Kay, but the other one
Right.
associates with, it wouldn't surprise me after
Right.
like
Yes.
hearing
Uh-huh.
seeing
I
the
know
videos and
exactly what.
hearing
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So
That's what scares me too. That's what
so
scares me too.
that's why I went live,
Right. And you had
and
all
that's why I
rights
broke
to,
my
but it's
silence.
still sad that it still has nothing. I understand that she is part of your family.
I told people not to bother you, and I'm describing this now because even before you came in, I just seen you pop in. But if he didn't, I don't know if it's a he or she. So if they didn't make that video, I would have never spoke.
Right.
I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have broke my silence. The video was wrong, but it broke my
Yes.
silence.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess Kim hasn't been as male. Okay, so thank you. So it was, like I said, it was wrong for him to make that video, but making that video was honestly probably the best thing, because Tifa, it doesn't matter who he is. I'm not worried about who he is. He messaged me personally and apologized, but Kim hasn't been on with Lisa lately. I don't think.
I hope not.
I don't think she has, because Lisa's been. I've heard quite a few times that Kim hasn't been contacting anybody, or she's not answering her phone, or she's not responding. So I can't say that it scared her. I can't say that she decided to stop doing it. I don't know, or if she's just taking a break. I don't know.
Right.
But that video it broke my silence. And that's the most important part, because when I came on that live, I showed when I showed that video, I also showed it was just I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You're
But
okay, sweetie. You're okay.
Shadow Dancer, you don't have to explain, because I understand the situation. I don't want you to explain.
So like you're saying,
Yeah,
you're
thank
not,
you.
I mean, Shadow Dancer did come out. It did come out. You guys talked. It's all clear. You've left that alone. You're right.
Yep.
He, whoever it is, does not have to explain. That's not what you're getting at. I see why you broke the silence though, but still it's so sad that it had to come to that with the state and situation that you're in. Personally, you are in right now, fighting literally for your life, and now you have to come in and involve yourself in a situation that didn't need to have you be involved if Elle and Kim would have just stopped and left it alone and left, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't, and the video wasn't made involving people that didn't need to be involved.
Right.
And it's sad because now
I'm
you
going
are
to
like
interrupt you.
I'm so sorry.
For
Go
1
ahead.
minute. No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
I don't want Shadow Dancer in a box. Okay. There's stuff behind the scenes. I don't want him in a box. So if he wanted to join one, I'm not going to stop him. But I don't
sorry,
need him
Fight.
to be
I didn't
box,
want.
so.
I didn't want. See, I didn't want. That's why I said I wanted to ask the question, but I didn't want you.
No, it's okay.
I just don't want it to be, because I can sense and I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I can sense a little bit like you don't kind of want, like it's been done with that, and he's apologized. You've let it go, and you don't want to be brought back up. And I didn't want to bring nothing up